Divisive. Toni Storm and Mariah May's rivalry has defined AEW's women's division. Their storyline would kick off towards the back half of 2023 and would split the AEW fanbase. The two would present a more over-the-top storyline that would be more in line with something you would see on Monday Night Raw than anything AEW had done before. While it wasn't the only storyline at the time that had drifted in this direction, it was the most unashamed of doing so. The sports entertainment type storyline ran through all of 2024 and coincided with a downward trend in AEW's business metrics. The storyline saw Toni Storm's mental state slowly devolve to the point where she believed she was a movie star from Hollywood's golden age. Mariah May would play the role of an obsessed fangirl who slowly won over Storm before taking everything from her. The storyline mirrored the plot of Marilyn Monroe's 1950 film All About Eve. Mariah's betrayal would be one of the most memorable segments in AEW history, but the follow-up would flounder as it became more evident that Mariah was not ready for the main event spot. As a result, the AEW Women's World Championship began to feel less important than the division's secondary belt. After the initial loss, Storm would disappear for months before returning and acting as if she had experienced amnesia. The amnesia element of the storyline would be revealed to be a ruse by Toni Storm. However, it was poorly executed as Mariah saw through it and ultimately made Toni Storm look dumb. The ruse could have been perfectly executed if they would have just had Toni win over Mariah the same way that Mariah won over Toni and mirrored the first act of the storyline. Toni Storm would regain the AEW Women's World Championship in a match that topped their first encounter at AEW Grand Slam Australia. With one win apiece, the two would settle the score in one final match at AEW Revolution 2025. Mariah May and Toni Storm would put on one of the most violent matches in the company's history. The two would beat each other into a bloody pulp with glass, shoes, and anything else they could get their hands on. Toni Storm would finally defeat Mariah May in a match befitting of a Hollywood ending. Despite executing a memorable ending, the feud was a far departure from AEW's original sports-like presentation and coincided with the exodus of many fans. And that's why Toni Storm and Mariah May's rivalry is